Hello there, it's Andrea here. I'm in my kitchen again. It's Saturday and I thought today I would prepare for you a delicious raw kale salad with creamy tahini dressing. Now I know what you're thinking, raw kale, it's not the most appealing sounding green to eat, but believe me, when you see how easy it is to prepare with just a few simple ingredients, you can eat it raw and it's absolutely delicious. So the ingredients we need here for our kale salad are very simple. So we've got some curly kale, just a big bunch or a big bag full of curly kale. We've got an apple, 1 carrot, 1 stick of celery and 1 courgette. And then we've got some small florets of broccoli, some fresh garlic, we're probably going to use about 1 clove of that, and then some fresh lemons. And for our tahini dressing that's going to go on the kale salad, we've got tahini. If you can get raw tahini, that's great. I'm just using a light tahini there so it's not too strong. We've got some cumin, ground cumin. I've got some finely ground sea salt. You can use Himalayan salt. Smoked paprika, some tamari. You could also use coconut aminos. This is a gluten-free tamari. Some extra virgin olive oil. Got some raisins, or you can also use sultanas, and water. We've also got some sesame seeds just to sprinkle on the top. So we're going to start off by preparing the kale, because kale is quite sort of tough to eat when it's raw like that. It's not very appetizing. And what I do to prepare it is, first of all, marinate it. So you want to break it into small pieces so that it's nice and bite-sized pieces, and give it a wash and a dry in a salad spinner. So I'm going to put straight onto that the juice of a small lemon and a good few glugs of extra virgin olive oil and a good pinch of finely ground salt. I'm using sea salt, you could use Himalayan crystal salt. You're going to give that a good massage with your hands. The acidity from the lemon is going to break down the cell walls of the kale. And it's going to make it really nice and soft. It's going to make it much more easier to eat. The longer you leave this to sit in the marinade, the softer it's going to get, and the more palatable it's going to be as well. So there we've got our marinated kale. I'm going to leave it to sit there and it'll just get softer over the next few minutes while I prepare the rest of the vegetables. So for our vegetables for this dish, we're going to start off with a courgette. Just going to take the ends off. Then going to use a vegetable peeler just to take off the skin. Just working our way around. And we're now going to use the vegetable peeler again just to make sort of strips or noodles. You just work your way around. Very simple. And you want to keep going until you get to the core. When you get to the seeds in the middle, you can stop then. If you've got a spiralizer, you can do this with a spiralizer. So there we've got our courgette noodles. And now I'm going to do the same with the carrots. So first thing I'm going to do is peel it. Again, you're going to do exactly the same as you did with the noodles. You're going to use your vegetable peeler and you're going to just make nice long strips. You can also do this with a cheese grater and make grated carrot. So we've now got our courgette and carrot in there. The next thing we're going to do is we're going to add in some broccoli. So we've just got some small florets of broccoli. I'm also going to chop in some celery for this as well. And in that goes. So I'm now going to make the tamari dressing. I'm just using a very simple personal blender here. It's like a small one. It's a bit like a NutriBullet. So we're going to start off putting the liquid ingredients in because we don't want the other stuff to stick to the bottom. So we're going in with water, olive oil, the juice of a lemon, about half a cup of tahini. And tahini is just sesame seeds that have been blended up into a butter, a bit like a nut butter really. So we're also going to put a whole clove of garlic in there. You can put more in if you really like garlic. 1 teaspoon of ground cumin, a good pinch of sea salt, 1/4 teaspoon of smoked paprika. That's going to give it a really, really nice flavour. And about 1 tablespoon of tamari. and that's going to get blended up. So I'm just going to pop the blade back on there, and then we pop it in there, switch it on and give it a good blend. Okay, it doesn't take too long because it's quite liquid. I'm just going to taste it just to make sure it's how I want it. That's really lovely. It's got that nice kick of heat from the garlic, not too salty, really nice and creamy. That's the consistency that you're looking for. There's just a couple more ingredients I want to pop in there now, and that is the apple. Just want to chop it up into small pieces. So in goes the apple. And I'm also going to add to that some raisins. I really like the little sweet, chewy pieces that you get in the salad. It's lovely with the crunch of the apple. And then I'm also going to pop in some sesame seeds. Just mix all that up again. You'll get a few sesame seeds stuck to your hands, but that's okay. And then we're going to pop in our really lovely creamy tahini dressing. Just pour it over. The lemon that's in the dressing and already on the kale is going to help to keep it for a few days in the fridge. It's going to help to stop the apple going brown, because you know, once you cut an apple it starts to oxidise, it goes brown. Well, the lemon acts as a natural preservative. And just a little bit more dressing on the top and it's good to go. So that's how you make a raw kale salad, and I'm going to have to taste it. It's delicious. It's fresh, it's crunchy, it's creamy. Oh, it ticks all the boxes. So good.